The history of praying mantis boxing has been handed down from master to student for over 1,000 years through a long oral tradition. There are many versions of the story and very few written documents which corroborate these legends. The account examined in this review is a fictitious combination of fact and folklore, not taking into account the culture and geography of both Ming and Qing during the Manchu conquest. But please enjoy. A young martial artist is called upon by the emperor to infiltrate a group of rebels. What he didn't know was that his love for a young woman and her renegade family would be harder to resist than he could have possibly imagined. Will the young man be able to complete his mission, or will the loyalty to his newfound family be tested in Shaolin Mantis? Shaolin Mantis, aka Deadly Mantis, is a 1978 Shaw Brothers film directed by Lau Kar Leung. It is only the sixth movie that director Leung has ever done for the studio and features a star-studded cast of martial artists, including Leung himself. The film presently holds a 71% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes and is considered a classic must-see film for lovers of Kung Fu fans everywhere. The movie stars David Chiang as Wei Feng, a young scholar recruited by the emperor to infiltrate a group of rebels in the Tian family in order to get evidence connecting the family to a rebel spy network who are engaging in anti-Qing activities. Wei Feng's well-connected family is being held hostage as a means to ensure that he completes his mission within a certain time frame. If Wei Feng fails to complete his mission, his entire family will be executed. In order to get close to the Tian clan, Wei Feng poses as a teacher. It is here that he encounters Tian Chi-Chi, the spoiled granddaughter of the leader of the rebel group, played by Cecilia Wong. Wei Feng begins to teach Chi-Chi the principles of reading and writing, and over time, Chi-Chi, who is enamored with her new instructor, begins to fall in love with him. As Wei Feng attempts to garner information about the family's doings, the leader and patriarch of the family, Master Tien, played by Lau Kar Leung, discover Wei Feng's true motives and decide to kill him. When Chi-Chi learns that Master Tien, her grandfather, plans to execute Wei Feng, she pleads for his life by claiming that she and Wei Feng are lovers. Grandfather Tien, unwilling to cause his granddaughter's heartbreak, decides to spare Wei Feng provided Chi-Chi can convince him to never leave the family estate, and they must be married immediately. After they are married, Wei Feng resumes his spy-like activities and soon discovers secret plans and a map that delineates supply routes for the rebels and hides the plans in Chi-Chi's pendant without her knowing. Wei Feng, concerned about his family, tells Chi-Chi that he wishes to visit them, and Chi-Chi relents because she knows what will happen if Wei Feng tries to leave. She never told him. When Wei Feng tells Grandfather Tien of his intentions to go to the capital, Chi-Chi tells Wei Feng of her family's intentions and that the two must secretly leave that night, but it won't be easy. In order to leave the villa, the two will have to face members of the family who are guarding certain areas of the compound. Those family members include Chi-Chi's uncles, played by John Chang, Wilson Tong, and Norman Chu. They must also face Chi-Chi's own mother, played by Lily Lee, as well as her grandfather, who is the master of the shadow technique. It is during these battles that Wei Feng reveals that he knows how to fight, and fight he does, with his loyal wife at his side. What follows is a relentless battle that ultimately ends in tragedy and leads our hero to make the choice: revenge or the mission. Shaolin Mantis is a decent flick that really doesn't pick up steam until the second half. It's a movie that has as many charms as it does questions, but I'm here for it, so let's talk about it. The pros. Shaolin Mantis has a good story that is not your typical teacher versus student revenge flick. It's written with a certain charm and care that only director Leung can bring to the table. The characters are all colorful, with Wei Feng and each of the Tien family members having distinctly different personalities. The female characters are also well written, as expected in a Lau Kar Leung directed film, and it was nice to see the character of Chi-Chi be so loyal to her husband. There are some wonderful cameos that happen early in the film, but they're used as fodder to make the hero look highly skilled in Kung Fu. The cons. Shaolin Mantis is a film where the first half is more of a drama than a martial arts flick. Save for a small demonstration that's done in the beginning of the movie, there's very little fighting at all. Most of this can be attributed to the fact that the protagonist is pretending that he doesn't know how to fight, even to his wife. Still, I think that this may take away from the film for some viewers. Something that bothers me about this film is that it doesn't really establish whether Wei Feng actually loves Chi-Chi, or is this marriage just a cover so he can accomplish his mission. It's clear that she is loyal and willing to forsake her own family to protect him, but I'm not sure that he feels the same way. Sure, his ultimate actions in the third act are telling, but without giving the story away, I just wasn't convinced that he loved Chi-Chi. Next, the fight choreography. I'm not a big fan of the 1-2-1-2 fight choreography. It seems a bit slow for the normally fast-paced fighting style of Lau Kar Leung's direction, and the weapons played by the three uncles left a lot to be desired. The redeeming final fight, however, is a good one, but considering how much time is a factor for Wei Feng's parents, it's not believable that he learns Mantis Fist and becomes so proficient at it in such a short time, but I'll let that go. What I can't let go is that ending. The ending is so horrifically bad that it makes me feel sad for David Chiang's character. Wei Feng gets done so dirty by his father at the end, it literally made me say, what the was all this for? Overall, Shaolin Mantis is an okay flick with an adequate story. The first half is a bit slow, but it gets better in the second half, except for that ending. Sheesh. I don't think that it's representative of what you would see in some other Lau Kar Leung directed films, but it's a decent watch on a Sunday afternoon, so I'll give it 7 kicks. So tell us how you feel about Shaolin Mantis. Were you okay with that ending? Comment below and let us know, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, helps with the channel. On behalf of myself and DK the Cub, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. May Buddha bless you.